Well, hello everyone, what is going on? It is TheAlmightyGeoff and we are here with episode 71 of the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition. In the previous episode we worked on chasing echoes. We pretty much went through the ruined tower, the courtyard, and Valerica's, the Volkihar ruins and Valerica's study and all that as we approached the entrance to the Soul Cairn. So it wasn't really the most interesting episode. I won't be surprised if anyone skipped that one. But yeah, anyway, in terms of a purge, I've actually surprised myself with how great that purge was. I'm on 88, that's the lowest it's ever been after a purge, which is actually really good. So I've kept on a hold of got rid of most of my items. The Attunement Sphere I've decided I'm going to keep a hold of because apparently this opens up the other pathways to Blackreach through other Dwarven ruins, so I mean it could be useful to hold on to, but the rest of this has been pretty much dropped off, so it's looking all clean. Very nice. Alright.
Incredible.
Yeah. Alright, we're heading into the Soul Cairn. Booyah. Exactly what I wanted to do in last episode. I thought, like, oh, we'll be in about 5 minutes. And we've finished chasing echoes and started up Beyond Death. Alright, so we need to locate Valerica.
Terrible for the dead who end up here for eternity. Seems awful.
Are you sure Valerica has...
Suffering.
Are you sure Valerica has the Elder Scroll?
No, but there's no way she would have left it in Tamriel. She wanted to get it as far away from my father as possible. I can't imagine a better place.
And if she doesn't?
Then we find out where she hid it. If she's still alive. Well, as alive as she was before. Or is now. Or... you know what I mean.
Yeah. Why not hide it in the Soul Cairn and then return?
Probably to avoid whatever my father would do to her if he could get his hands on her. Or maybe her plan was to come back, but she was stuck here. We won't know until we find her.
Do you know anything about this place?
Just what my mother told me. I've also studied a little bit on my own, but there's not much. When something is trapped in a soul gem, and then the energy is used for powering an enchantment, the remnants are sent here.
Any soul gem?
Well, I think it's specifically the black ones. I don't know if the Soul Cairn takes just any leftovers.
Does anything live here?
Look at this place. Do you think anything would want to live here? The only things that can survive here are the Ideal Masters, the undead, and the souls themselves. Well, if you want to call that living.
Do you think we'll meet the Ideal Masters?
I don't think anyone's ever met the Ideal Masters. I'm not even sure anyone knows what they look like. They could be underground, flying above us. They might be the ground. I have no idea.
Why are they collecting these? Why are they collecting these souls?
Lots of theories. Some say they feed on them like I feed on blood. Others think they use them as payment to an even higher power. Almost like a currency. A very strange currency. Whatever they're doing with them, they've been harvesting for millennia. No telling how many souls are trapped here.
Why would a necromancer want to deal with them?
Look around you. There are some extremely powerful undead here. Even a necromancer as seasoned as my mother would be willing to spend years trying to gain access to them.
Summon them, you mean?
Exactly. It's a lost art. Most necromancers just raise up whatever bodies are nearby. A simple trick, really. Child's play. But bringing something from the Soul Cairn gives you something much more powerful.
How do the necromancers communicate with them?
Well, that's usually the trick. It's possible to do it through a simple portal. But to finalize the deal, you have to travel here yourself. And most of them never come back.
Alright. Okay, so we are down here now, and if we look at our map... Yeah, so we're at the Soul Cairn now. Now, I've got a map here, actually, that shows everything that I need for the majority of the side quests that are down here. So, looking straight ahead, we should be able to find...
Let's try to handle this quickly.
Hang on. Hello?
Only those who have suffered long can find the light of the shadows.
Yeah, okay. Right, so I think we need to get in there. How we go about doing that, it's beyond me. Let's see here. Oh, looks like there's something in there. I don't know if we can reach it though. I'm not too sure really.
is no place for you.
Oh, that's a bit rude, don't you think? Oh. Okay. That was easier than I thought. I was like, how do we get in there? So if I look in this chest, we have Black Soldier, yes, a lot of soul gems, kind of ironic. And we have a Jub's Opus page 8. So, we'll collect all these for now. We won't actually read them. Cause, well, just cause. Alright, so it's tied into a quest that we're going to start up in a bit, but seeing as we're passing by some of them, we might as well. Alright, so I want to go a little bit further ahead. Should be another sort of place like that. So that's where we came in. Following along the path. Should eventually lead to another place. I'm going to go and assume... Hang on, we want to collect these soul husks for later. Ooh, bone man. It's a bone man. Soul husks. Oh, well, they have husks on them. That's ideal. I think we need to be looking in here. I don't know what that is. But if we're going to attempt to find out what it is, it's probably deadly. Okay, let's see if we can get up here. Alright. Oh, come on, you fool. Okay, there we go. So we got Jub's Opus page 6.
Where'd you come from?
Hey, So it says Bone Man, they're not exactly skeletons, they're obviously a lot more powerful than that. But yeah, so there's page 6. Very interesting.
You think a vampire would be right at home in this place? You'd be wrong. Find my mother and get out of here.
You must help me find my Arvak. He doesn't deserve to be in a place like this.
Calm down, who's Arvak?
Arvak, my horse. We came to this horrible place together. We were attacked by monsters, so I told him to run. Please, he's such a loyal creature, and he's been running for so long. You have to save him. A place like this will change you.
Okay, how can I help him?
Arvak? Arvak! Where are you? Arvak, please come back! Come back!
Okay.
Yes?
Alright, so that starts up with a little side quest. It's find Arvak's skull in the Soul Cairn. Which is... Actually, we need to... well, it won't show up, actually, so we'll just have to work it out on our own. But it's not too difficult. Now, if we go up here... oh, hang on. Yeah, okay, so... If there's some sort of area... There's a... Right, hang on, I'm just trying to calculate on this map where I actually am at the moment. So, it's like a path that leads along to an almost sort of main road. Seems to be hanging about. So if we come down here a little ways, should have another one of those journal entries up here, or thereabouts.
This is no place for you.
Yep, there's page number 1. So like I said, we'll read through all those once we open the correct order. Have we read that, the Book of Life and Service? We must have done. Okay, right. So for now, let's head back through this little open way. Down here it should be...
What day is it? What year? What era, even?
Oh. Is that Arvel? Is that the horse? Where are you going, horsey? I'm following you. Take me. Where are you going? Ah, where's he led me here? Alright, so I'm not sure what this is actually. Let's see. Hello.
Well, look what we have here. Someone with flesh on their bones.
What's the matter with you?
Let's just say I sold something to a guy who turned out to work for a whole coven of necromancers. How in the name of Zenithar was I to know the ingredients were phony? Do I look like someone that would double-cross a necromancer?
So that's how you got here.
You got it. Horse, wagon, and all. Plopped here without so much as a word. I used to be one of the best traders in High Rock, you know. How people would track me down just to see what I had for sale.
Got anything left?
Very funny. And what exactly are you going to pay me with? Take a look around. Gold doesn't exactly win you any friends around here.
There must be something you want.
I'll tell you what. I appreciate what you're trying to do, so I'll play along. The only thing I see around here in abundance are soul husks. You know, those ugly fungus-looking things growing out of the ground. Bring me, say, 25 of them, and you can rummage through what was left on my cart.
Okay, fair enough. What do you have?
Odds and ends I've gathered over the years. Well, used to gather, before all of this nonsense happened to me. Tell me what you're looking for, and maybe we can make a deal. If you have the husks.
I don't have 25 husks.
No husks, no sale. Guess you have some scavenging to do.
Okay. Okay. There's a dead skeleton. Well, be bad if it was an alive one, huh? Okay. We need to get in there. It looks anyway. Let's see. There's got to be a way in there, isn't there? Maybe. Perhaps. Please. I don't know how one goes about getting in there. I wonder if maybe we go to Vampire Lord mode. Use the bat power to go through, maybe. Let's see, so we're in bats. No, that didn't work. I wouldn't, would it? It freaking wouldn't. I don't know what there is to do then. How one gets up there is beyond my knowledge. Alright, well that's clearly not doing us any favours then, is it? Ooh, maybe this holds the answer. It may do. Whoa. Where the hell are we? Oh, is this on the roof of the... Oh, it must be. Ouch. Nah. I don't know, so... That doesn't help me with the whole getting in here thing, does it, really? This wasn't supposed to go down this way. I'm trying to think if there's anywhere else I could have gone. Digging with the roof is one thing. I don't care about getting inside the bloody roof. Onto the bloody roof and opening that single pointless chest. I need to get inside the area. Which is, you know, kind of necessary. Doesn't really do anything, does it? It takes me back up here. Sarah's just looking up like, what the fuck is he doing up there? I don't know what's going on, how to do anything. We're supposed to... So why did that one work and these ones don't, or something like that? I don't understand. Because that one's working, but there are other ones that are exactly the same. Huh. I guess I'll have to come back for that. Okay, let's have a look. Alright, you know what, let's head for Valerica. Let's get this quest underway. Doesn't seem to be anything around here, is there? This place is so big that when I try and compare it to this map, then it's very hard to determine where anything actually is. Oh. It's the horsey. Okay. What's that? What's this down here? It's very interesting. This is a very cool place. I like it. I like it a lot. You use the lightning attractor. Grand or greater sword gems can be placed atop the apparatus. Right, place the sword gem. Use the lightning attractor. Oh! Oh, that's cool. Hey, it turned into a black sword gem. Nice. Breathman. And a Mistman. Ooh boy. Very interesting. So is that it? So you just kind of put a gem in there, let lightning hit it, and then it just, you know, kind of turns it into a black soul gem and you gotta fight off those dudes? I don't know. It seems interesting either way. Alright, so like I said, let's head for Valerica, but first of all, what is this over here? Nothing? Really? Oh, damn you. Damneth you. Alright, let's head straight north of Valerica's palace. Looking pretty sweet, if I do have to say so. I mean, it's a cracking pad she's got here. Okay. And there's an arrow pointing in there.
Mother!
Can be. Serana?
Is it really you? I can't believe it. How do we get inside? We have to talk.
Serana, what are you doing here? Where's your father?
He doesn't know we're here. I don't have time to explain.
I must have failed. Harkon's found a way to decipher the prophecy, hasn't he?
No, you've got it all wrong. We're here to complete the prophecy our way, not his.
Wait a moment. You've brought a stranger here? Have you lost your mind?
No, you don't...
You, come forward. I would speak with you.
So how has it come to pass that a vampire of mixed blood is in the company of my daughter?
I've been keeping her safe.
Safe? You call bringing her here safe? Has she explained nothing to you? Serana has sacrificed everything to prevent Harkon from completing the prophecy. I would have expected her to explain that to you.
That's why I'm here for the Elder Scroll.
You think I'd have the audacity to place my own daughter in that tomb for the protection of her Elder Scroll alone? The scrolls are merely a means to an end. The key to the tyranny of the sun is Serana herself.
What do you mean?
When I fled Castle Volkihar, I fled with 2 Elder Scrolls. The scroll I presume you found with Serana speaks of Auriel and his arcane weapon, Auriel's bow. The second scroll declares that the blood of Cold Harbor's daughter will blind the eye of the dragon.
So how does Serana fit in?
Like myself, Serana was a human once. We were devout followers of Lord Molig Bal. Tradition dictates the females be offered to Molig Bal on his summoning day. Few survive the ordeal. Those that do emerge as a pure-blooded vampire. We call such confluences the Daughters of Cold Harbor.
The tyranny of the sun requires Serana's blood?
Now you're beginning to see why I wanted to protect Serana, and why I've kept the other Elder Scroll as far from her as possible.
You think Harkon means to kill her?
If Harkon obtained Auriel's bow, and Serana's blood was used to taint the weapon, the tyranny of the sun would be complete. In his eyes, she'd be dying for the good of all vampires.
I would never allow that to happen.
And how exactly do you plan on completing the prophecy without the death of my daughter?
I'll kill Harkon.
If you believe that, then you're a bigger fool than I originally suspected. Don't you think I weighed that option before I enacted my plans?
And Serana's opinion in this?
You care nothing for Serana, or our plight. You see the tyranny of the sun as your chance at deification. And like Harkon, you won't hesitate to destroy anything that stands in your path.
Serana believes in me, why won't you?
Serana, this stranger may call himself a vampire, but he knows nothing of our struggle. Why should I entrust you to him?
This stranger has done more for me in the brief time I've known him than you've done in centuries.
How dare you? I gave up everything I cared about to protect you from that fanatic you call a father.
Yes, he's a fanatic. He's changed. But he's still my father. Why can't you understand how that makes me feel?
Oh, Serana, if you'd only open your eyes. The moment your father discovers your role in the prophecy, that he needs your blood, you'll be in terrible danger.
So to protect me, you decided to shut me away from everything I cared about. You never asked me if hiding me in that tomb was the best course of action. You just expected me to follow you blindly. Both of you were obsessed with your own paths. Your motivations might have been different, but in the end, I'm still just a pawn to you two. I want us to be a family again. But I don't know if we can ever have that. Maybe we don't deserve that kind of happiness. Maybe it isn't for us. But we have to stop him, before he goes too far. And to do that, we need the Elder Scroll.
I'm sorry, Serana. I didn't know. I didn't see. I've allowed my hatred of your father to estrange us for too long. Forgive me. If you want the Elder Scroll, it's yours. Your intentions are still somewhat unclear to me. But for Serana's sake, I'll assist you in any way that I can.
Do you have the Elder Scroll with you?
Yes. I've kept it safely secured here ever since I was imprisoned. Fortunately, you're in a position to breach the barrier that surrounds these ruins.
What do we need to do?
You need to locate the tallest of the rocky spires that surround these ruins. At their bases, the barrier's energy is being drawn from unfortunate souls that have been exiled here. Destroy the keepers that are tending them, and it should bring the barrier down.
We'll return soon.
One more word of warning. There's a dragon that calls itself Durnevere roaming the cairn. Be wary of him. The Ideal Masters have charged him with overseeing the Keepers, and will undoubtedly intervene if you're perceived as a threat.
Okay. If I leave the Soul Cairn, can I safely return?
As you've been traveling in the Soul Cairn, your body has become attuned to it. Let's just say a tiny part of you rubbed off on it, and in its place, a bit of the Soul Cairn filled the void. You should find no difficulty using the portal any longer.
How did you become imprisoned here?
When I entered the Soul Cairn, I had intended to strike a bargain with the Ideal Masters. The custodians of this place.
What was the bargain?
I requested refuge in the Soul Cairn, and in exchange, I would provide the Ideal Masters the souls that they craved. If I had foreseen the value they placed on my own soul, I would never have come here.
They tricked you.
The Ideal Masters unleashed their keepers and sent them to destroy me. Fortunately, I was able to hold them at bay and retreat into these ruins.
You became trapped.
Unfortunately, yes. Since the keepers weren't able to claim my soul, they had their minions construct a barrier that I'd never be able to breach.
You've been imprisoned here for all this time?
Time has very little meaning to me. Consequently, it has little meaning to the Ideal Masters as well. I suppose you could call this the ultimate waiting game, each watching the other to see which will give in.
Why haven't you pursued the prophecy?
Harkon's vision is a world plunged in eternal darkness, where the vampire can flourish, and never again fear the tyranny of the sun. What he fails to realize is how much attention would be called to our kind if the prophecy came to fruition.
What sort of attention?
If eternal night fell, there are many who wouldn't stand for it. They would raise armies in attempts to return things to normal. The order of the day would be our destruction, until every last vampire was hunted down and eliminated.
So you prefer living in the shadows?
I do. It's how the vampire has survived for millennia, and the only way we can continue to survive in the future.
Who are the Ideal Masters?
I know very little about them. They're mystic entities that lord over the Soul Cairn, controlling every aspect from its fabric to its appearance.
What do they resemble?
Well, some necromancers believe they are the crystalline structures dotting the Soul Cairn. I believe there's more to it than that.
How so?
I think they transcend what we perceive as a physical form. Perhaps they were once corporeal beings, but they've obviously reached a point where they no longer require a tangible presence.
And the crystals?
Conduits, through which the Ideal Masters speak to their underlings and feed on their victims.
Why would they require sustenance?
The Ideal Masters' weakness is their insatiable hunger for pure souls. It's the reason for the Soul Cairn's existence, and the only leverage a necromancer has when bargaining with them.
What do the Masters provide in return?
The ability to summon powerful undead guardians, as one would conjure an Atronak or Daedra. However, the majority of necromancers that are foolish enough to enter into a bargain with the Ideal Masters wind up here, as harvested souls.
Okay.
And keep my daughter safe.
Let's kill those keeper things and get back to the prison.
How are you feeling after talking to your mother?
Relieved, I think. All those things have been building for a while. You have no idea how long I wanted to say that to her.
Why did you ever agree to their plan?
Look, I loved my father, but when he found that prophecy, that became his life. Everything else, even me and my mother, we just became close. I was close with my mother, but she just kept feeding me her opinions of him, and eventually I started believing them.
She doesn't seem too fond of him.
The moment we gave ourselves to Molded Ball, things got really icy between them. They were both drunk with power, and pulling in different directions. And then he found that prophecy, and that was it.
You were caught in the middle.
I was. Honestly, it took me up until now to figure out that my mother was really just as bad as he was. He was obsessed with power. She was obsessed with seeing him fail. It was just so toxic. Maybe I could have seen this coming. We could all be better off now.
You shouldn't blame yourself.
I know that in my head, but I just can't help feeling bad about the way things are. Sorry, I know you're trying to help. Thanks. Anyway, we should keep moving.
Alright, I know it can get a little bit boring with speaking to those people who essentially have like a lot of dialogue, but it adds to the lore, and some people are interested in that, and I'm quite interested in it, to be honest. So yeah, anyway, there's our thumbnail. But yeah, a lot of the episode has just been talking really, but we've had a decent exploration of parts of the Soul Cairn. Let's have a look at our map's doing right now. So yeah, it's a pretty big area, so we'll have to keep exploring that. But let us save the game there. So as you can see, we've got Beyond Death as being the thing now, so we're going to end up finding all the Boneyard Keepers and dealing with them. So that is where we're going to end it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, be sure to like, comment and subscribe, and also be sure to share the video. I'll see you guys in episode 72.
Everything
Bye,
changes.
guys.